The PlayStation Vita is one of my favorite consoles of all time, and I recently got a PlayStation Slim, but I still have my OLED Vita. So, is it worth upgrading, or is it actually a downgrade? Welcome to Press X. I've had mixed reactions about so-called upgrading my Vita from the original OLED Vita to the newer, sleeker PlayStation Vita Slim. While on surface level, it may seem easy to differentiate the two, but it really took hands-on and lengthy experience with both before I could form an opinion. With that said, let's take a look at the differences between the Vita 1000, the OLED, and the Vita 2000, the Slim. Let's start with the form factor, as this is called the Vita Slim. The 2000 is 15% lighter, which makes all the difference in the world while you're holding it. It's thinner, and its back touch panel has been shrunk, giving you more real estate for your fingers, and less of a chance to accidentally hit the back touchpad. Add to that the newer rounded face buttons of the Start, Select, and PlayStation buttons, combined with the fancy new LED indicator on the top that tells if it's charging, and its current battery life. You have yourself a great looking device. You do lose the metal volume and power buttons that the Vita 1000 had, but this one feels fantastic still, and doesn't feel like a loss of quality. I do, however, miss the glowing PlayStation button on the front of my 1000 model. The 2000 model also did away with the mystery port that remains unused on the Vita 1000. More importantly, the 2000 does away with the proprietary charger port and charger for the much more appreciated micro USB that you most likely have a handful of around your house or even for charging your phone. Another incredibly minor change, to the point of barely mentioning, is that the 2000 contains 1GB internal storage versus the 1000 0. Once you put one of these Vita storage cards in though, it tends not to matter, as the 1GB is only used when no card is inserted. And since PlayStation Plus gives us so many good games to download on the Vita, not to mention the apps, the 1GB doesn't end up giving you much of anything. And now for a big one, and the deciding factor as well. The one that I was most scared to find out my reaction to. And as an avid Vita user, the 1000's OLED screen being able to display a greater range of colors and gradients than the 2000 scared me. Much to my delight, I booted up the 2000. While the difference was noticeable, it wasn't crippling by any means. This is still the best looking handheld experience you can get, and the downgraded screen doesn't make you feel otherwise. Side by side, you can see the difference. The darks are darker on the OLED. The brights are brighter, but it doesn't hinder my enjoyment at all. The only place I actively noticed a difference on its own was when I remote played my PS4 to my Vita Slim. I saw that the colors weren't quite as close to that of my TV, such as when I remote played with my OLED. But once again, that's a trade-off for all of these pros I've already listed. In conclusion, the 2000 surprised me beyond belief. I was scared to upgrade, for fear I would regret it, but I sure didn't. The minor and forgettable downgrade to the screen is more than made up for with micro USB charging, a longer lasting battery, better form factor, and a lighter build. If you have never owned a Vita and are looking to pick one up, 100% grab the Slim. You'll be quite happy, and many of the complaints that you would have had getting a 1000 will already be solved. But now for the real question. If you are an avid Vita user like myself and are thinking about upgrading your Vita, should you? While I was cautious upon purchasing, I can now safely say 100% yes. If you use your Vita on a regular basis, I feel like the upgrade's well worth it. All of the pros vastly outweigh the cons to a degree I wouldn't have imagined. And unless you plan on playing games side by side with your OLED, the smaller range of color in the Vita Slim will quickly be forgotten. So grab a bundle, or check out the colorful Japanese imports that can be purchased and shipped for about the same price as getting a regular Slim here in the States. Just swap over your memory card, plug in the micro USB, and you're good to go with your new Vita 2000 model. Yep, so I very much like this thing. It's been working out great. The form factor is great. It's so much lighter. You can hold it longer. You can hold it above your head if you were laying in bed, playing, or whatever you want. So I'm going to continue playing this. I'll speak with you next time. Next time, I promise.